Hey, Ron, thank you so much for your time and for doing this. Two-parter. The first is, now that you have the second pick, what is the thought process about what you want to take, given your history has been to take defensemen when you've been in the lottery? And the second and possibly dumbest question, are you going to trade the pick or are you guys going to keep this one?
I think right now the only guy we have in organization is Luke Henman. So it's not like we have a strength in one area or the other. So as we go through this draft and look at it, we're going to make sure we take the best player available with that number 2 pick. I'd never say no on trading it. There's always teams that maybe have an interest and make an offer that is that interesting, but time will tell.
Let's go with Jeff. Jeff, there you go.
Wanted to know if now that you've got the second overall pick, has that solidified in your mind a position that you're going to focus on for this draft? Because there's, with centerman, wingers, some pretty talented guys up there. But do you think this isolates a specific position for you?
No, not really. I think we, at this point, we're looking to take the best player available. I think certainly when you build your team, you build it through the middle, so that's goaltending, defense and centerman. But we're open to looking at who the best player is going to be when we make that selection at 2.
Let's go next one, Tim Booth.
Hey, Ron. What has the amateur scouting process been like this season with just the oddity of everything? And does knowing that you're number 2 allow you to hone in on specific targets a little bit differently than knowing that you could be anywhere from 1 to 5?
Yeah, no, it's been it's been a crazy year to say the least. It's been a crazy year for the entire world. So, we had leagues that didn't play, leagues that started late, leagues that tried to play all season long, started, shut down, started again. Our guys have done a great job in doing whatever it took to watch players play, whether that was on video, whether that was trying to get to see games live. We're looking at players all around the world. It's not just in North America. So a lot of work put into that. And you kind of formulate your list. And quite honestly, we knew we'd be in the top 5. So we're zeroing in on the players we think could be in the top 5. Now that we know we're at 2, we'll even tighten that up a little bit more to make sure that we've got it right.
Let's go back to Ryan Clark.
Ron, with the entry draft, how much of a conversation piece has this been for you when it seems like everyone always associates you guys with the expansion draft? Like, how frequent are these conversations about what you want to do, who you're looking at, and trying to gain familiarity with prospects at a time where it's been hard to do that?
Yeah, no, Ryan, we've done this a lot of meetings over the course of the season. We have scouts in different regions that zero in on their region. Then we start, sort of spreading out and looking at other players. The beauty of video now is we can look at players all across the world. So we do that and then constantly have discussions and debates as to, what our list should look like and who should be in what position. And as you continue to watch players, you continue to do due diligence on guys and making sure you're getting the right character individual to bring into your organization. And at the end of the day, that may tweak your lineup again. And so we have a list now, but I'm sure it'll change multiple times between now when we make that selection on July 23rd.
Chris Daniels.
Hi, Ron. I hate to be the guy who asks the coach question every time you're available, but given the playoffs are continuing, teams being eliminated, are you any closer to having a coach for this second overall pick? Are you days, weeks away? How much input might they have on this pick?
Yeah, no, I think we said from day one, we were hoping to get it done by the end of second quarter. So we're now in that last month of the second quarter. So, we're continuing to work through it and hopefully wrap it up on that.
Hey, Ron. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you, Greg. Yep.
Oh, thanks. Hey, I was just curious. I know that you and Kevin Adams go back a ways. So I was wondering what the interaction was either leading up to this thing or while you're both on the video screens tonight waiting for the lottery to finish up.
Yeah, no, I'd sent him a text before the lottery wishing him good luck. Maybe I shouldn't have done that now, but he's a great guy. We're good friends, and happy for him, and I know he'll do a good job. So, wish it could have been us, but based on where we were, the fact that we got to move up is exciting for us and our fans and our ownership group, and we're excited to make our first pick next month.
Anything else for Ron here? Andy.
He's on mute.
Can you hear me now? Yeah, I was on mute.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm wondering if you feel at number 2, if there's a player there that you think has the ability to jump onto your club next year, right straight to the NHL.
I think you always have that possibility, Andy. I think we'll look at the big picture and see how the expansion draft goes and how the amateur draft goes, and then you wait to get them into training camp and see how they play and how they perform and make sure that they're ready, not only from a hockey game standpoint, but also physically and mentally. It's not an easy league, and less players are stepping out of the draft and stepping into the NHL.
Ryan Clark.
Ron, going back to what you were saying earlier about how everyone's kind of had to do things differently, do you guys give maybe more of a preference to prospects you've seen in person, or does that really matter whether you've seen them in person a lot or you've had to rely more on video to kind of evaluate their abilities?
Yeah, it's a good point, Ryan. I think it's very dangerous. For instance, you go and watch the U18 tournament in Dallas. We had a bunch of our scouts down there. Now, some of these kids maybe hadn't played a game all season. This is their first hockey they're playing. So to put too much weight on that tournament, if a guy's either way, good or bad, obviously affects your list. So we try and even that out over the course of the season and the amount of viewings we have on a guy and balance it in rather than put heavy weight on one viewing or a couple of viewings in different situations like that.
So your last call for questions here. Anyone else? Let's go, Curtis.
Hey, Ron, I was just kind of curious, how much do you anticipate one draft informing the other? Now that you know you have the number 2 pick, do you go into it thinking the expansion draft's going to tell us what we still need at number 2 after you're done with that? Or is it more so, okay, we know we're going to be able to get X or Y at number 2 and therefore go about the expansion draft in a certain way?
Yeah, no, I mean, the expansion draft is for now. That's the lineup we're trying to field when the season starts in October. The amateur draft, you look at it with one eye for now. Obviously, if you get a guy that can step in and play, but the big priority is making sure that you draft the right guys and then you put them in the proper environment to let them develop and learn so that they have the best opportunity possible to play in the National Hockey League for your franchise one day.
All right, thanks, Ron. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate you joining, and we'll catch up with you soon.